As soon as the movie starts, we are told that this time is 300 years after the World War. That is, 300 years ago there was a world war in which the whole world was destroyed. There we are shown a spaceship. An entire world was later on Zeus, and the occupants of the spaceship would throw their garbage on the ground below. One day a doctor found a robot in Cost Garbage, and it was not an ordinary robot, but it was a robot whose thunderstorm body is human, but the thunderstorm body is machine. That doctor picks up that robot and brings it to his house, and he repairs that robot well, gives it a new body. Then the next day the robot wakes up a girl, and she was very happy to get this new body. She then asked the robot doctor who I am and how I got here. Where did I come from now? Because the doctor himself does not know where she came from, so the doctor does not tell her anything. But the doctor just tells her that when you met us from the garbage, your body was destroyed, but your mind was alive, activated, and later we repaired your body and completely healed it. That is, we added another body with you. The doctor then shows him the world. She is very happy to see the roboticity, and she also sees that muscle, and she asks the doctor, what is this thing? Does anyone tell the doctors on Dusra Gigi's that after the World War, this was the only last city left, and its name is Sky City, and life in Sky City is very good. Everyone wants to go there because rich people live there and poor people live in our world, and that's when the doctor gives the robot a name. He tells her that from today your name is Aletta. Aletta is very happy to hear her own name. The doctor also tells Aletta that all the humans living on the ground work for Sky City, because there are many farms, factories, industries in Sky City. There, Aletta meets a boy named Hugo. When Hugo sees Aletta's body, he praises her a lot because his body was a robot's body, which was very powerful. Aletta and Hugo become good friends. The same night, a girl is murdered in the city. Actually, there was a serial killer in that city who used to kill girls by capturing them and later selling their body parts. That night, Aletta sees the doctor who came back home from somewhere. Aletta sees that the doctor has blood on his hands, seeing which she thinks that the murders that are happening in the city, that is, the killer is none other than the doctor. Then the next day his wife comes to see the doctor because they both had a separation. Here we get to know that the body that the doctor has put on Aletta is actually her daughter's body because his daughter had died. He gave her body to Aletta. After this, Hugo takes Aletta to play the game with him, and this game was very popular in the city. Aletta impresses everyone because she plays this game very well, and Aletta also wins that game. Hugo then takes Aletta to his favorite place. Vovo was the roof of a building from where the entire city was visible, and Sky City was also seen very closely from here. There is also a large pipe. Hugo says that all the stuff from Sky City to the ground comes through this pipe only, and I am working very hard to go to Sky City, and you see I will also go there one day. Aletta asks what Sky Spacity looks like. Zeus tells Hugo that the doctors actually picked you up from the garbage, and that the garbage was from Sky City. It means that you have come from the sky. But Aletta did not remember anything about this, and she had forgotten all her past. Actually, he lost his memory. Then the next day the doctor leaves the house and Aletta follows him, and here Aletta finds out that the doctor is not a killer, but a warrior hunter. Warrior hunters are those who kill killers, and later the body of those killers is taken to the factory in return for a large amount of money. Here Aletta gets to know about the doctor. Just then, a killer arrives. This was the killer who was killing girls living in the city. Then Aletta bravely confronts the killer, and she kills him so much that she forces him to flee from there, and Aletta manages to kill another killer. The doctor and Aletta then take the killer's head to the factory, where they receive $20 in exchange for the killer's head. The doctor then tells Aletta his story of how and why he became the warrior hunter. He says that it is a matter of time when my daughter and my wife used to live together, and then one day they made a robot, and that robot came to their house and picked up their daughter. After this incident, the doctor was very angry with the robot, and the doctor broke his own robot, killed him, and since then the doctor became a warrior handler. Next we are shown a man whose name is Vector. City and Vector SL Vector was the owner of the race game, and Vector was the one who conducted this game. And along with Vector, we also get to see the doctor's wife. And here we get to know that the doctor's wife is actually in cahoots with Vector. because Vector had promised him that he would send them Sky City, and that's why the doctor's wife is a doctor herself, but she also works for Vector. Then we see the robot who was killed by Aletta last night. He goes to the robot Vector and tells him that the condition of such a body of mine is outrageous, but Vector tells him very badly that you came after beating a girl. The robot says that she is not a child, but she is very powerful. Vector tells the robot that now it's your job to kill Aletta and bring her to me. He then takes Aletta to show her the same race game. He also tells Aletta that the winner of this game is sold to Sky City. Aletta is very happy to hear this. Hugo then takes Aletta to show her a ship as well. He says that this ship is 300 years old, which is the enemy's ship. When Aletta sees the ship attracts her very much. That's why Aletta jumps into the water and goes to that ship. Aletta also gets a high-tech body in the ship, or she comes to the doctor with that body, and she tells the doctor to replace this body with my body. That is, fit this body with my head, but the doctor refuses to do so. He tells that this body is very powerful because it also has many weapons, and if this body is fitted with you, then you will become very dangerous, kill so many dangerous people and destroy the city. Aletta gets very angry on hearing these cars. Aletta then leaves. Going there in the factory, Aletta decides that from now on she is also a warrior hunter. She goes to a club with the ages where all the hunters of the city were sitting, and they instigate all the people that we should kill Vector's robot, because he is the killer who is killing all the girls of the city and also killing the rest of the people. One of them makes quite a joke of Hunter Aletta. He says that if you are so small in size, then how do you kill someone and how have you become a warrior hunter? Hearing this, Aletta hits him, confronts him a lot, and he goes and falls behind. Fans are quite surprised to see them. In the meantime, Vector's robot arrives there, which was now quite large in size because the doctor's wife had upgraded it. As soon as he arrives, the robot attacks Aletta, and in return Aletta also attacks him, and he comes to an underground place to save the robot's life. Then Aletta also follows her. There is a tremendous fight between that underground and here, but in the end, he kills the robot Aletta and cuts her body into pieces. But in the meantime, the doctor and Hugo arrive, who fight the robot, kill him, and burn his body. Then, the robot runs away to save his life. That Aletta's mutilated body is brought home. Aletta's body was completely destroyed because the doctor would have no other option. That's why they associate the body with Aletta, which was found in the same ship. Next morning when Aletta wakes up, she feels very good because now she had got a new body, which was very powerful, with weapons and with the help of that body. Fire can also be created, and Aletta is very happy to get this new body. The next day, Aletta goes to meet Hugo. When he sees Hugo's body to show him his new body, he is very happy. There is a problem and he likes his body very much. He's very impressed. Here Hugo tells Aletta that I want to go to Sky City as soon as possible. But to go there, every human needs a few points, and these points can either be taken by killing someone or winning that race game. Hearing this, Aletta gives her heart out to Hugo and says, "Take my heart and sell it, in return for which you will get some points, and you will also go to Sky City." The heart that Aletta has is not a normal heart, but it has many powers, and that heart is so powerful that the whole city can get electricity for many months, because there are many powerful lights in that heart. But Hugo refuses to take Aletta's heart and says, "No, you don't need it. You keep your heart with you because your heart is very important," and says that you should participate in the race, because I think you can win this race, and if you win, both of us will leave Sky City. Hearing this, Aletta frowns, and she gets ready to participate in the race, and all that she wanted to do for the ages because she loved the ages. Next we look at the Vector, which hires some killers and hunters to kill Aletta. He tells everyone that if you kill Aletta in the race, I will give you all 5 million points to go to Coffee Sky City. Then we see the center that was hit by Aletta in the club. Enough, and he wanted to take revenge on Aletta on his insults, and now he was going to take revenge on Hugo. The hunter kills a man and puts all the blame on Hugo. Now, because Hugo was accused of killing someone, he had become a killer. On the other hand, we participated. The race had begun. There are also killers who win the race. They all go after Aletta. That's why they attack Aletta, but Aletta was no less than anyone. That's why they are fighting against each other. Just then, Aletta gets a call from Hugo, who tells her that the hunter has grown behind me and wants to kill me. Aletta then leaves the race and goes to rescue Hugo. When Aletta approaches Hunter, he hits her hard. When the whole city is shown that Hugo has become a killer, and he was also in charge. That is, whoever finds him will get $30, and only then the police come there to kill Hugo. Because everyone believed that Hugo is a killer, it is necessary to kill him. So everyone tells Aletta to kill Hugo, but Aletta doesn't kill Hugo. While that hunter kills Hugo with a sword, and here Hugo is breathing his last breath, and Hugo dies on sight. And there the doctor's wife tells Aletta that you cut Hugo's head because we will put a body with its head and make its body a robotic body. Because the doctor's wife had now changed and she had become better, and she wanted to do this so that Yug would come back to life. And here Aletta does this, and she cuts Yug's head to show everyone. But later she takes Hugo's head to the doctor, where the doctor performs an operation and puts another body with Hugo's head. Hugon comes back to life on Zeus, much to the delight of both Aletta and Hugon, because now the Ages also had a body like Aletta. The robot body tells Dr. Aletta that the Vector is cheating everyone. Cheating everyone because he deceives everyone by saying that I will give you all the money to reach Sky City. Whereas in Sky City, no person goes through money and not everyone can go to Sky City. Only those people can go who are born there, and they can also live there. And only those people can go to Sky City from this world who will win the race. No one can go anywhere. Doctor, he also tells Aletta that my wife and I were born in Sky City, and we came here to get our daughter treated, and only then they got stuck here. Hearing this, Aletta gets very angry and goes to kill Vector. Aletta and all the Vector machines that are there, they attack Aletta. But now Aletta had a body that was very powerful. So Aletta was killing everyone one by one. All after destroying the machines and robots, Aletta is now sent to kill Vector. But then a robot of Vector arrives there, which attacks Aletta, causing Aletta to get injured and fall down. And then Aletta remembers her past. That is, his memory was now back, which had been lost. Aletta looks like she was a fighter and participated in the World War that took place about 300 years ago. But in that war, all of Aletta's friends were killed together, but Aletta also got injured and destroyed her entire body and threw her into the garbage. And here Aletta remembers everything that the owner of Sky City is doing, and he also killed all the companions of Aletta. And here Aletta remembers that my mission is that I have to kill the owner of Sky City. When Aletta remembers all these things, she becomes very emotional that she has lost all her companions, and she gets very angry. And then she attacks the robot Aletta, and Aletta cuts the robot into two pieces with the help of her sword. And then Aletta steps on the Vector with the sword, and at the same time the Vector also dies. That's when Aletta gets a call from the doctor. Joe tells her that Hugo is going to Sky City by climbing on those pipes. Then Aletta also goes up after him and tells him that there is no need for you to go to Sky City, because there is nothing above. We will live together in this world. After hearing Aletta's words, Hugo agrees, but the owner of Sky City saw everything from above that he was, and that is why he leaves one of his weapons on those people, so that the entire body of the Ages is cut into different parts. But then Aletta grabs his hand, but his hand escapes from Aletta, so he goes and falls down a lot. Aletta becomes very sad after losing the Ages, and she starts crying. Now Aletta decides that she will go to Sky Cell and not leave the owner of Sky City, kill him, because she wanted to avenge the death of the Ages. We see that Aletta has also won that race, and she points her sword up towards Sky City, and she tells the owner of Sky City that I am coming to kill you, to take revenge on you, and see I will do you a lot of bad. I won't leave you, and that's where the movie ends. And thanks for watching.